Supriya, you want to elaborate on the point of isolation, because on bringing China and Pakistan together, which Rahul Gandhi thinks is the biggest threat to our country on strategy, that happened in the 1960s and not today. According to the External Affairs Minister, you also heard Ambassador Sajjanhar on isolation. Now, there is a pushback against China globally. India is also a part of the Quad. External Affairs Minister says those who live in India know that we were in midst of a corona wave. The 5 Central Asian presidents who were to come, they did a virtual summit with the Prime Minister on the 27th of January. How is India isolated, ma'am?
You don't think India is isolated? And if Mr. Sajjanhar had made more neutral observations, I perhaps would have engaged with him. These are very partisan words that he used, and I don't want to demean his position that he's held by countering him. I don't usually like to counter non-politicos, but because it's in the garb of politics,
the question that I asked, please,
that I counter some of his statements.
Go on, ma'am.
You don't think we are isolated? You don't think we are isolated? Nepal is twiddling in China's tune. Nepal makes an airport in our territory, changes our map at will. Bangladesh is giving China the place to make submarine in Cox's Bazar. Sri Lanka is in bed with China. I mean, what more proof do you want? Taliban is being acted upon by Pakistan and China
only
together,
Supriya,
and you don't believe that we are isolated, and you don't believe we are isolated within our borders. Absolutely we are. America got 125 countries to sign a paper before they were relinquishing Taliban. They did not invite India. 125 countries. Russia made a Troika Plus, invited Pakistan, but not India. I really want to understand what other isolation do you need? And one last point that I would want to end here. You know, Pakistan के बारे में और China के बारे में प्रधानमंत्री जी बड़ी-बड़ी बातें करते थे लाल आंखों की. आज तो सच्चाई ये है कि लाल आंखों दिखाने का मन था. उन्होंने चाइना को सबसे बड़ा ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर बना लिया पिछले साल. ऐप बैन करते रहे. We have done the maximum business with China compared to the rest of the world. That's the reality. 18 बार तो आप मिले हैं चाइनीज से.
Ma'am, you've made your point uninterrupted.
झूलते थे साबरमती से लेकर महाबलीपुरम तक जो शहनाई सुनते थे. ये बताइए उसका जवाब. उसका कोई जवाब नहीं होगा. आपके चीनी प्रेम का जवाब नहीं आएगा.
Sanju Verma, please respond.
चाइना पर.
Sanju Verma, please respond now. Only Sanju Verma speaks. And okay, Sanju Verma, your turn now. Uninterrupted as you speak. India under Narendra Modi stands isolated is what the Congress party believes. Pakistan is not a friend. China is giving us grief at the line of actual control. Rahul Gandhi says China has a plan, the foundation of which was put in place in Doklam, continues through Ladakh. The concept of 2 fronts has now been brought to a single front.
Gaurav, the Congress got uninterrupted time. I don't want to be interrupted when I'm making my point.
Ma'am, I'm watching. I have a stopwatch. Go ahead.
First and foremost, we all know that the Quad came as an informal gathering of a couple of superpowers way back in 2007. But I'm so proud as an honest tax-paying Indian citizen, forget being the national spokesperson of BJP, that it was under the aegis of Prime Minister Narendra Modi that as recently as in 2021, we had the first formal physical Quad summit. And I think it cannot get bigger than that, in a clear rebuttal to China that Chinese aggression in the East Pacific Ocean and the South China Sea will not be tolerated. Tell me one government in post-independent India which has forced China to voluntarily disengage. Gaurav, you know that China shares a territorial border with more than 14 countries and has a dispute with more than 21 nations. Again, thanks to the muscular policy of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, if that is what you want to call it, that in February 2021, China was forced to disengage post-Galwan. Under Nehru, we were giving away territory in Chinese. And under Narendra Modi, we are telling the bully that you need to be shown the door, you need to be shown your place. And one more thing, when the Afghanistan crisis was at its peak last year, the Modi government again showed its softer side, and we ensured that more than 500 Indians, Afghans, Hindus, Sikhs were brought back, and the whole world lauded us.